We could just talk a few more minutes and then we'll...
Alright. Is it recording now?
Yeah, we're good again.
I forgot what we were talking about. Oh yeah, I was watching Bump and Mike's. Yeah, so I'm watching the whole thing and I love it. But then they brought a fucking Iraqi war veteran.
Yeah.
This is what a terrible I guess, I don't know if this means I'm a terrible person, but I had to skip past it.
Really?
I can't stand fucking, I have a hard time with like body horror.
You don't like Cronenberg?
Well, dude, I do like. I actually watched Scanners the other day, and I didn't realize how bad it was. But I was like, all their voices are dubbed.
Oh.
It's the weirdest dialogue. It's all dubbed. But anyways, that's why I'm not a huge Tig Notaro fan. Like, she's got a great Taylor Dane bit, but if she did that Taylor Dane bit with her shirt off, I would need a trigger warning for that.
I'm gonna see her like next month here.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I pray she has her shirt on.
I don't carry the word.
You really? You'd watch that?
Yeah.
Would you be able to watch that? Have you ever seen that?
No, I know she like did it on her special, right, or something.
I don't know if she did it on
She
her
went
special.
shirtless.
She did it live. Oh my god.
Yeah, like,
why?
Yeah, for a recorded special. I think that's how she edited it.
Oh, that's I think that qualifies as performance art.
Yeah, it's like...
That's a one-woman show. The
Yeah.
second you take your shirt off, that becomes a whole different thing. That's not even comedy.
It's burlesque, I guess.
I don't know. There's a guy named Ron Affey. He used to have AIDS, or he had HIV.
He sounds familiar.
He used to cut his body, and then he would take tampons and soak all the blood, and then he would put it on a clothing line, and he would raise it, and then it would sit above the audience.
Jeez.
That's what that's like.
Yeah.
But I was like, if I was a burn victim, if somebody fucking came up and threw acid in my face, which is very likely to happen, which I always think that that's about to happen, I would be like, oh, that would probably be one of the best things to happen in my comedy career,
Really?
because I would get a wrestling mask and I would perform with a wrestling mask.
Oh, nice.
And then Gabe's like, why don't you just wear a wrestling mask?
Yeah, you don't need an attack.
Why?
You want truth through art?
Yeah, exactly, because I would wear a wrestling mask in real life. I don't wear a wrestling mask in real life. Then I'd be the unknown comic. Which you didn't know who that was. Do you know the unknown comic?
No, I feel I've heard of him, but I don't know.
It's a dude. It's a normal dude with a mustache from the 70s. And he would go on the Gong Show, but he would wear like this brown suit and he would wear a paper bag. And he would do like high energy comedy. You know, that kind of comedy where you're not that funny, so what you do is you laugh a lot and then people make it feel like it's funny.
You just have like the rhythms of a joke, but there's no joke there.
Yeah, there was a guy in Champaign who used to do this, and this fucked me because he insulted me over something. He was like he was like an alt-right guy, and we got into an argument about politics, and he tried to laugh at me, and then I was like, yeah, but that laugh's fake, because your argument's really stupid. And then I explained why his argument was really stupid, and I was like, but you're fake laughing to give the illusion of confidence.
Yeah.
And then I go, you do that on stage, and this is what fucked me. I learned such a big lesson from this. I never do this to another comic, because you never know who they know. And I go, you do that on stage because your jokes are really bad. But what you do is you laugh a lot while you're telling them, so that it creates, so even though the audience isn't actually laughing, it creates the illusion that it's funny, that something funny is happening.
Yeah. So
the unknown comic does that. He has a lot of fucking silly jokes. Yeah, but his jokes are kind of so bad they're good.
Oh, good. He's like the buckethead of comedy or something.
Yeah. What's a lesbian's favorite television show? Dyke Van Dyke. So, but he would wear a paper bag over his head. He'd go,
Really?
And he's like, I'm going to show you a photo of my children. And then he's like, and then he pulls out a picture and it's like...
Just bags or
yeah, it's
That's
like
funny.
miniature bags.
That guy sounds cool. I like
Yeah, he's awesome, actually. I wouldn't put him in my top 5, but he's definitely up there. It's definitely interesting to watch.
Yeah.
They did a movie version of Chuck Barris's life, except they portrayed him as a spy who pulls a gun on the unknown comic.
Really? Jesus. What movie was that?
Confessions of a Dangerous Mind.
Oh, okay.
Chuck Barris wrote his memoirs, and in the memoirs he claimed that while he was running the Gong Show and the dating game, he was also working as a freelance agent for the CIA, assassinating people.
Really?
Yeah.
God damn.
And to the day he died, he swore it was true.
Really? Is there any verification? Is it all top secret?
It's a joke. It's just a really good joke. He's just an awesome guy.
Yeah, that's
I don't
good.
think he really believed in anything. It was just
He
a
just
prank.
stuck with it,
Yeah,
Some Andy Kaufman.
Just
committing
exactly,
to it.
exactly. And so the movie, and Charlie Kaufman wrote the movie, so the movie takes that serious as if that's true.
Oh, cool.
It's got Sam Rockwell and
Mhm.
Rutger Hauer as another assassin, and George Clooney works with the CIA. It's a fucking great movie.
Yeah, cool. Check it out.
Who do you want to have on the show?
I don't know. Who should we get?
I know who I want.
Who?
You know who I want. The one that old lady's gonna kick in the head.
Oh.
Chest. I'm just gonna
Yeah.
have to talk to him. I'm gonna have to be like, don't talk to her.
Yeah.
Because she's like really left wing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she's like an old school.
Oh, hell yeah. It's like anti-Vietnam.
Yeah, old school. She didn't like Nixon at all.
Tricky dick, dude.
Old school feminist. She watches MSNBC.
That's cool.
Oh,
You don't find that many old people like that anymore.
No, I liked it right away when I came in. And then I chose this other place because it was cheaper.
Mhm. Dude, I went to this place and one of the urinals had like a picture of Jane Fonda. And I
Oh,
was like-
really?
Yeah, so she would like piss on her, and I'm like, these fucking old people hate her so much.
That happened. I went to Milford, Connecticut when I
Mhm.
first moved up to New Haven, and there's a bar there, and I went into the fucking bathroom stall, and it was just Hanoi Jane
Yeah,
all
I love
over the
Hanoi
stalls,
Jane.
because apparently in that area, somewhere in
Mhm.
Connecticut, she was filming a movie with De Niro called Stanley and Iris, and people were protesting her
Really?
presence.
Fuck. Did you watch her with Norm Macdonald on his?
I watched that a
It
bunch
was
of.
so good.
Oh God, he
that was
just.
probably the best interview. he did.
Dude, you want to see Game?
Yeah, he
That
kissed her.
dude, that dude was fucking, that dude's a fucking operator. I mean, if the woman he wants to bang is
Yeah.
like 70, that's the best performance of how to pick up a fucking woman
Yeah.
ever. Because first he just breaks her balls right away.
Yeah. He just tears her
Right
down
away,
to build her up.
just nigs her. Right? No, that's not tearing her down to build her up. It's about challenging
Mm.
them so that you're not just some fucking average
I think-
fucking Joe. You're somebody who's willing to challenge them. So he challenges her right away, and then she's just like, okay. And then they go back and forth, and then they find out they have all this stuff in common. And the next thing you know, she's like you have a wonderful profile.
Yeah. I think like Colin Quinn or maybe Artie Lang said that like Norm actually like is very like a womanizer. Like he gets a ton of women, but just like no one would believe it because he's so weird.
Oh, I don't think he actually does, but I think he chooses not to. But what's funny is those. You ever hear that fucking? There was one interview he did on a radio station, and he was just promoting some Caroline show, and this is just a local radio station, and he just starts saying the darkest fucking shit about how he's like, he has an empty house that doesn't have anything in it. He's like, it's just an art. He's like, do you cook? And then he's like, no, I just go to a diner and I eat. And then I go home. He's like, do you date? He's like, no, I don't. He's like, I don't understand. He was basically saying any sort of attempted joy was delusional because you're just inevitably going to die.
Yeah.
It's the fucking greatest interview ever.
Oh, he's the best.
It was so fucking dark. I used to work with this quadriplegic, and we would just listen to comedy. And he knew I was a comedian, and he kept fucking egging me to tell him jokes. Yeah. And then I was like, I'm a dirty comic. He's like, I don't care. And then because he just wanted to hear about it, because he's always online trying to find women. Yeah. So so I was just telling him fucking hairy pussy jokes and shit, and then and he's just fucking dying, laughing, and then we just started listening to the fucking comics, and then we listened to that fucking interview. It's just the greatest, dude.
Yeah, I could watch Norm clips like all day.
Oh God,
it never
it's
gets
like
old.
fucking nothing more comforting.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the WTF interviews like that too.
Yeah, that was
where he just gets
so interesting.
dark.
Like,
He's just like,
his Rodney stories were so fucking funny.
oh yeah, I think he made up one of those.
Right.
I listened to it so much that I could find the weirdest stuff. Like he stole the Gary Shandling joke.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because you can find one clip where he talks about a great Gary Shandling joke, and,
Uh-huh.
then you see another clip where he tells the joke.
Oh really?
Yeah, it's funny.
I think yeah.
And then another time where he hears the story about Rodney Dangerfield from Bob Saget, and then you hear him tell the story.
As
and
it
then
happened to him.
They changed the story.
Oh really?
No, the story was Bob Saget was visiting Rodney Dangerfield at his apartment, and then as he's getting off the elevator, he goes, "How you doing, Rodney?" And he's like, and he's waiting for Ron Jeremy to come and sign a contract.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm sitting here waiting for. He's like, I gotta sit here and wait for a guy who can suck his own dick. How do you think? And then when Norm Macdonald tells the story, he's like, oh, he was at a bar, and then he shows up with 2 fucking hookers, and he goes, and he's like, I'm sitting here with two broads, and I'm waiting for a guy who can suck his own dick. How do you think I'm doing? So he like flipped it. It's an entirely different story. So you never know what's fucking true or not true with that guy. That's what makes him so awesome. You don't really know if he actually owns a Holocaust denying puppet.
What was the...
He's gonna burn the puppet. that I was like, that I changed my mind because 2 wrongs don't make a right.
God damn. His moth story on Conan, it's like, I watch it like at least once a month.
Oh god, yeah, I went to a guy's house, a couple comics in Champaign, like right before I left, and we watched it on TV. It's the fucking best.
Yeah, everything about it is perfect.
Because if you really fucking break down, if he's like Bill Cosby, where if you really broke down that material, it's not that funny.
It's him.
But it's the delivery. So I got bits like that where I try to do, I got a bit about a doctor wants me to stop eating cheese. And I do that bit. It fucking worked the other day. And it only works if you deliver it right. There's just some bits I have that don't work unless they're delivered right. If they're not delivered right, they fuck up. That's what I did fucking Friday. I got a Prince joke, I fucked it up. I missed the beat. I added 1 word to it and fucked up the punchline.
Fuck it up, or just like...
Everybody laughs at it, and then they just looked at it and they're just like, oh. When I said it, I fucked it up, and they were like, oh.
Yeah, those fucking hurt when you like, or just like fuck up a word or something. Or like
just like 1 word off and it fucking bombs. You should do the dark show.
What's the dark show?
Me, you, and Anthony should try and get on that dark show.
What is it?
Do you know who Joe Police is?
Yeah.
That's somebody I want on here. Fucking that guy's amazing.
Yeah, he's really funny.
That guy reminds me of George Norm Macdonald.
I think next weekend they have a...
Yeah, I'm going.
Yeah, I'll probably go.
No. He's doing... Oh, no,
the Uncensored show. Well, on Saturday at LA Comedy Club, he has a...
Oh, yeah?
It's a free show, yeah.
But is it a dark comedy show?
It's the Uncensored, yeah.
So he does a dark comedy show. I went to the dark comedy show, but there were no dark comics.
Really?
Yeah. But it was really funny because they had that thing where everybody lines up. And people kept jumping the line twice, but I got on first. I told a rape joke. I got off. Do you know that fucking girl Chelsea?
No.
This was fucking hilarious. There's this chick named Chelsea. She just started doing comedy. She's not very good, but she got up and she was drunk. And you're just supposed to say it, get off. Say it, get off.
Yeah.
It's got to be less than a minute. So you can't go over 30 seconds probably.
Okay.
So I got like a 30-second joke. I got off. She gets up there and she just completely forgets that and just starts rambling about, and she's drunk and she's like talking about how she has a monster inside of her belly, and like very quickly you realize she's talking about getting an abortion.
Oh shit.
And I was like, and it was and Joe had a lighter.
Uh-huh.
She wouldn't get off the stage, and then she couldn't figure out how to put the mic in the stand. It was the best part of the night. But everybody else on the actual book show, they weren't that dark.
Really?
Yeah, except for him.
Yeah, he's super dark.
Yeah, so I don't know. Anyways, but that joke would have really worked if she would have been like, I'm pregnant, but I'm really, really drunk right now. But it's okay because I'm getting an abortion tomorrow. If she would have said that and just walked off, done. That would have been a good bit.
Live and you learn.
Yeah. I haven't seen her lately though.
No.
Brad always brings her around. But, think women are funny?
Yeah.
They don't do comedy.
They're funny. I don't know.
I think they're funny, they just don't do comedy.
Yeah.
There's so many funny people I meet that don't do comedy.
Yeah. They should, most of them though should keep it that way. Like.
Why? Because they're crazy or something?
No, just because I think being funny in life doesn't always translate to funny on stage. And I think a lot of people I meet that are funny in life, like I don't think they can translate it to stage.
Really? I don't think it takes that much work.
Really?
I didn't think I could do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it didn't take that long at all.
Maybe, I don't know.
You just gotta remember what you said that made everybody laugh,
Yeah.
and then why it made everybody laugh, and then you just get to do that on stage. That's exactly how I write material. That's how because I used to work at the Plasma Center, and they're all stuck on a fucking, on a fucking chair with a needle in their arm. They're not going anywhere.
Yeah.
And you're not doing anything. You gotta sit there and wait till they're done. You have all their plasma. And then then you gotta then Prince dies, and then you start rambling about Prince. And then you're like, hey, that Cream song's about cum. You're like, ah! Like, okay, then you write that down and then you go do it on stage.
I guess because I don't work like that.
Really? How do you work?
Just ideas. Like, I just think of something.
You never test it on people?
No.
I don't buy that bullshit where they go, you're not supposed to tell your jokes to other comedians.
Really?
I'm like, why not?
Yeah.
I hate rules of comedy.
Yeah, there's no rules.
Yeah,
just like don't steal, don't be a hack.
Yeah,
anything
exactly,
else
don't
is
suck.
like
Yeah.
whatever.
And don't tell people what they can and can't say.
Yeah.
That pisses people off, apparently. And don't and if they're you don't agree with their politics, don't break down their fucking stage performance and humiliate them,
Yeah. Fuck.
or they will fucking blacklist you.
Yeah.
But yeah, this guy, first fucking month, man, I couldn't think of anything. And then so I just talked about going to the grocery store. And I was talking about what I was buying. And I was buying the ingredients for like an omelet.
Yeah.
And so every time I would be like, so then I went and got some fucking eggs. And then I went and I got some fucking green peppers. And I was gonna throw some fucking cilantro in that motherfucker. And then I just kept doing that because I had no material. And then a couple of people laughed. And then afterwards he's like, I didn't know you could do that.
Really?
I go, do what? He's like, just curse like that for no reason.
What?
I'm like, who told you that? He's like, those are the rules of comedy. I go, there's rules of comedy? Then I Googled it and I was like, and I found out the person who wrote the rules of comedy, the alleged rules of comedy where punching up and punching down comes from, is a fucking chick from Pennsylvania who's in an improv group and who works as a healthcare manager.
Really?
Yeah, and I was like,
That's
oh
hilarious.
wait, so in real life, in civilian life, that's actually my boss. So I hate her in comedy and I hate her in real life.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's a woman.
She's funny.
She can't be.
What were your favorite female comedians?
Maria Bamford, and I like old Sarah Silverman.
Blackface eras.
So from there, dude, Michael Jackson. Here's the other problem with Michael Jackson. If you look back on his old stuff, like when he was with the Jackson 5, blackface.
Oh really? What?
Yeah.
They darkened him up?
See, it doesn't work.
Oh.
I was trying to joke on you.
I don't get it.
Because he's white.
Oh, got it. I thought he actually was like, they were darkening him.
But when he was younger,
Yeah.
he was black.
So they did, because didn't like Zoe Saldana do that for this Nina Simone biopic she's doing?
What?
They like darkened her up with like
Oh,
Nina-
digitally?
No, I think just like with makeup.
Oh,
Just,
really?
Like, yeah, she went. They like black people are in blackface now.
Well, black people have always been blackface. That was the thing. That was a big controversy with Louis Armstrong, and they're still having this debate because I don't know if they still do this in New Orleans. They might get rid of it, but once a year, black people get in blackface and have a parade
Oh really?
in New Orleans. I gotta ask, is Marcus back?
Yeah, I think he's back.
I gotta ask him out in New Orleans.
Right.
But yeah, dude, there was a thing, man, when OJ got busted. Time Magazine got they put him on the cover of Time Magazine, and they digitally darkened him.
Really?
Yeah. In case you forgot he was black, now that he murdered somebody, he's black. Before he wasn't, but now that he murdered someone, he's black. So they're digitally making her blacker?
No, I think just with like makeup. 'Cause,
People fucking annoy me. This is what annoys me about biopics. Here's a big problem. This is the thing. This is what used to annoy me, is when Jessica Lange doesn't look like a country singer. Let's say it's Tammy Wynette, but it's not. So she's playing a fucking singer. And then she doesn't look like her, so you suspend your disbelief, you believe it's her, and then all of a sudden she sings, and then they dub the real voice over her. And then your suspension of disbelief is blown.
Yeah.
Why don't you could have Chevy Chase plays fucking Gerald Ford. does nothing, and you just totally, it's Gerald Ford.
Yeah.
I don't understand why you need to fucking try to look like somebody. It's not important.
Yeah, it's just like